And I think the discussion around sustainability is how you begin to design the community media in a way that is responsive to community dynamics. I think the question really around sustainability is the fact that we've chosen as community media as well to design ourselves in a way that is, in fact, in a way that mimics the mainstream media. And mainstream media and community are two different institutions, and they completely have different interests. And sometimes interests will compete, but at the heart of it is the fact that community media and its power and advantage is that it places human face in every story that they undertake. And that's the strength and the power that we have, and we often underestimate it. I think the point that Paula makes around the hierarchy of community media is so fundamental that, particularly coming from MDDA, we often presented with proposals where people want to pay salaries of 6 to 10 people. And you start to think, actually, do these people actually know how to even collect news? Can even the station manager write a story about issues around children or social rights within communities? So truly the question is truly about what type of information that our communities are looking for, and where do we place ourselves in responding to the need for the information. The second question is truly making sure that we move away from the type of stories that we reflect. It's the stories that have a human face, because more often than not, in fact, if I would digress for a second, the model that is on is actually music. It's so powerful. They write human stories. I mean, of course, there are problems around their journalistic standards. However, when they tackle an issue around what happens to either to violence against women, violence against children, violence in communities, and so forth, they reflect that to an extent that it becomes attractive. So people would buy the piece because they want to hear what's going on in that community. And that's a power as community journalists we're actually missing out. And I think we probably need to really think about how we then need to transform community media, that it begins to be responsive to what are the new community needs that are emerging, instead of mimicking what the private sector is actually structured. Because then in that way we will be able to distinguish ourselves from the mainstream media.